was teaching and coaching at St. Pius X High School in Doraville. At the time, I was, relatively successful as a coach, and was very successful at the won and loss record. Was Coach of the Year. But unfortunately, at that point in my life, began to have children, and the bills started piling up, and I wasn't making a lot of money. So I was sort of unsuccessful from the financial record. I had every part-time job you could think of. I'll never forget some of the most interesting ones. I was a night watchman at a mobile home park. That was really sort of interesting. I would teach and coach all day long, and then I would go guard mobile homes at night, and then get up that morning after guarding the mobile homes and then head to school. And so I was pretty much like everybody else at that time who was trying to teach school and raise a family. It was just a struggle. And so in June of 1973, I went full-time. I quit my teaching job. I'll never forget, as long as I live, there was this article in the paper about Coach Crossland, Coach of the Year, very successful coach, great career ahead of him, getting out of the coaching business to go sell life insurance for a living. And that last year teaching school, I made $8,050. That was my entire gross salary. And in the first 9 months working part-time with Art, I was paid a little over $12,000. So I knew I'd made the right decision. In 1977, when we started A.L. Williams, I was one of the 7 original RVPs. And I guess, as they say, you know the rest of the story. And that's been a ride that has been something just almost indescribable. And one of the great benefits of what I refer to as being a part of the Primerica experience is not only the things that you can do for other people, but it's things that you can do for your family.
I think that, he taught us a lot about passion and giving 100%. And I've learned through him what passion really means, because he's very passionate about the business, he's very passionate about people, and I think that's something that I've learned in the career that I have, because I'm very passionate about what I do.
Now I have grandchildren. I have one in particular that is a special needs child that not only needs special education, but special medication, health care, and it's very expensive.
He was 3 when we started all the testing. My husband and I, we didn't know, he didn't walk, he didn't talk, he was having all these developmental problems, and the neurological problems have come now as he's getting older. And our lives have changed. But all I have to do is call my father and say, they're suggesting we do this and they're suggesting we do that. We can't do it. Can you help? And again, he's there. I thank God put Braden in my life because he knew I'd have help.
When my father passed away in 1998, a good friend of mine made the suggestion that perhaps we should start a foundation in memory of my dad. So that's exactly what we did in 1998. It was really something that was very emotional. We funded it in the very beginning with $1 million, and over the years, from 1998 until today, the R.H. Crossland Foundation has been able to donate literally millions of dollars to needy families and causes throughout the United States. And we've also had an opportunity to give a number of scholarships to deserving Primerica families.
Over the past 3 years of getting to know Rusty and the family, I've just been amazed at the giving nature of Rusty and how he wants to provide opportunities for his family and his friends and his community and really give back to the people around him.
One of the things we really enjoy doing is exposing the collection here in the museum to the local school children. We have a vast array of educational things that these students can see for the first time. They're studying about the Civil War, they're studying about American history, and they have an opportunity to come in and actually view firsthand some documents from these great iconic leaders, of the Civil War era or the Revolutionary War. Collecting baseballs sort of got me started in collecting things back then when I was a kid, and growing up not far from Yankee Stadium back in the 50s, most kids my age, I mean, baseball was sort of their life.
I guess one thing that I'd like for people that don't know Rusty to know about him is his sensitivity as a grandfather and a father to his kids. He's a great father, and he does his best to make sure that all the kids feel loved and that all the kids feel valued in his family.
It's not what you get out of Primerica that counts. It's what Primerica gets out of you. You see, I believe with everything that's in me, inside everybody is the heart of a giant. And what Primerica has done for me, it's allowed me to become more of a person that has the ability to look inside of someone. Not just look on the outside, but look on the inside and try to get the best out of people. Try to bring people to a point in their lives that they never dreamed that they could get to. I think that's the Primerica promise.
You know, Rusty is just, he has the ability, those rare kind of coaching principles, where he can look inside the heart of a guy or a gal, and he can just grab their heart and just make people go for it, make people believe in themselves. He's just magical.
It's been a great journey to learn how to be a mentor and be a motivator and really be, someone who has the ability to get people to move to a place they just never dreamed they could be.
There's nobody I know who loves this business, loves the people, loves what makes up the fabric of this company like Rusty and his loyalty. In our company, he is a legend. Very few people in life achieve the stature of being a legend. And for all the right reasons, his love, his loyalty, everything about him, Rusty is a true legend of Primerica.
A legacy was very important to me. I wanted my children to be proud of me. I wanted my grandchildren to be proud of me. And I wanted to leave something that when I was gone, they could look at a picture or a video and say, he was a good man. And he always did what he thought was right.
For what he's done, for what he's built in the last almost 40 years of being involved in this business, he has been able to give myself and my siblings, along with so many other people in our community, opportunities that we would never have without him.
I'm very proud of my dad, and I have told him numerous times how proud I am of him and what he's been able to do for our family. And when I see him up on stage, the way he's able to motivate people and the passion that comes out when he's talking and just the way he's been able to change other people's lives.
He loves people, and he's just a very wonderful person, very funny and sensitive, and he's a wonderful person.
My father always mentioned that, when he started the R.H. Crossland Foundation, he did it because of his father, to carry on his legacy. And he always mentions his father, my grandfather, as being one of his greatest heroes. And, I can turn around and now call my father my greatest hero.
What keeps me going is knowing that I need to be a steward of my position. I need to be a steward of my position. I feel I've been given the gift, and I've learned what the gift can do, and it's really my responsibility to pass that gift on.